300 rupees. Then 4 kgs of wheat is also equal to 300 rupees. So both are 300 rupees, something like that. So money became the medium of exchange. Then each country thought, why should I follow someone else's currency? Let me have a currency of my own. So every country had a currency of own. This is how money itself came into existence because of sale. If there was no sale, not be any medium of exchange, any requirement of a medium of exchange. So no requirement of money. Okay. So Sale of Goods Act was formed in 1930 in order to 1 minute, students. Wait, ma'am, I just check. I do not know why I'm getting a. So Sale of Goods Act was mainly formed in order to facilitate sale and to solve the disputes arising out of sale. Okay, sale of goods. So when I say sale of goods, it refers to sale of goods, not immovable property and all, not land, not all that. Okay, sale of goods. Okay, and this was enacted in the year 1930. And no, the base of our Indian Sale of Goods Act is actually English Sale of Goods Act from 1893. You know, in 1930 and all, we would have been colony of England. Okay, they would have been ruling us because we got our independence only in 1947. So 1930, we would have been subjects to English government, the British government. So I think our Sale of Goods Act also has been inspired, or it has been borrowed from English Sale of Goods Act 1893. And this came, the correct date that it came into force was 1st of July 1930. Okay, and before the Sale of Goods Act was established, or before it was formed, enacted, does it mean that there was no sale at all? There were sale, yes or no? Even in the Bible, previously during Abraham's time itself there was sale. Before that, Noah's time itself there was sale. Okay, so the sale was there all the time. Sale was there, but this act came into existence only in 1930, and previous to that, the sale, all that was a part of Indian Contract Act itself. So a Contract Act also had Sale of Goods Act in that, but now we have a separate act called Sale of Goods Act, which was enacted in 1930. And you can understand that in India all the parts have to follow this particular sale. Okay, all the, that is Tamil Nadu will be subjected to Sale of Goods Act, Andhra will be subjected, Delhi will be subjected. Any contract of sale happens in these places, it will be subjected to the Sale of Goods Act. Okay, and only thing is it does not extend to Jammu and Kashmir. Many laws in Indian government or Indian constitution, there are many laws which is not which does not apply to Jammu and Kashmir. I don't know why that exemption is given. So they normally in many things, see, even for marriage act, they have a separate act in Jammu and Kashmir, like that. Okay, so I don't know why, but it is like according to Indian Penal Code, it is like this. Okay, Jammu and Kashmir does not form a part of the Sale of Goods Act. So if any sale is happening in Jammu and Kashmir, they will have separate act for it. They do not follow Sale of Goods Act. Then the definition of sale of goods, a contract of sale of goods. A contract of sale of goods is a contract whereby the seller transfers or agrees to transfer the property in goods to the buyer for a price. Okay, so whenever you write a definition in business law, first thing you should remember is you should write it with the section. Section 4.1. Okay, so section 4.1. And then according to Indian, so you will write it like this: under section 4.1 or according to section 4.1 of Indian Sale of Goods Act 1930, a contract of sale of goods transfers or agrees to transfer the property in goods to the buyer for a price. So, first of all, it is a contract. When I say it is a contract itself, many things come under contract. I think Janet ma'am will be taking you through all the essentials of a contract. So all that which forms part of a contract will be there there needs to be at least sale of party goods. I cannot have a contract with myself also. Okay, I cannot have a contract. I cannot sign a contract with contract also myself. So a contract basically we say that then I cannot do. I can do if I am simply like I want to have some goal of my own. I can do, but that's not a legal contract. So any contract to be legal um, must have at least two parties. So and it must be legally enforceable. See, I cannot hire a person. Maybe there is someone called Sharon. No, in this class, is there a Sharon in this
Yes, ma'am.
class? Yeah. So I cannot hire Sharon to maybe kill someone. Maybe I don't like someone, so I say, Sharon, you go kill that person and come, I'll give you 5 lakhs. I cannot sign a contract like that. Okay. So in that case, a contract must be legally enforceable. Okay. Or I cannot, Alan, no, today morning I spoke to Alan. So I cannot hire Alan to destroy a public bus. I cannot tell Alan, see, I am coming in car, I don't need the bus anymore, and these buses are causing so much of chaos in the road. You just burn down a bus. Can I have a contract with Alan to just burn down a bus? I cannot have such a contract. So a contract needs at least two people, and also it must be legally enforceable. These 2 points are only 2 points that I am talking about. But essentials of a valid contract, there are 10 points, 10 or 9 points which will apply for sale of goods act also. So the definition starts with it is a contract. So when I say it is a contract, all the all the essentials of a valid contract comes under this contract also. Okay, this contract also. So contract of sale of goods is a contract whereby the seller transfers. So here we come across one party who is the seller. So seller means someone who is ready to part with his goods. Part with his goods means he is ready to sell his goods. Okay, so when there is a seller, automatically the second party comes into existence who is a buyer. See, let me assume that I am a seller, but there is no one buying from me, then I cannot be a seller. If I am a seller, definitely it means that there is a buyer. Okay, so the seller transfers, so or agrees to transfer. So it can be maybe if Mr. A is having a horse. Okay, Mr. A is having a horse, and he is uh, selling that horse to Mr. B, then that is a contract of sale. Or Mr. A is having a horse, he is telling to B, Mr. B, I will sign a contract with you to sell my horse after 1 year. So here he is agreeing to sell his property, okay, or agreeing to sell his goods. Do you understand? So it need not be immediate sale. It can be future sale also. Or maybe a farmer is signing a contract with a dealer. He is saying, I agree to sell all the milk produced by my cow this year. So all the milk that the cow produces this year will be sold to that dealer. Do you understand? So this is also agreement to sell. Future goods get agreement to sell. So it is a contract. There is a seller. There is a buyer, and the seller and buyer may agree to buy or sell it now itself, or agree to buy or sell it in the future. Okay. So what do they do by selling? What do I mean? Or by buying, what do I mean? The the essence of the Sale of Goods Act, or sorry, essence of a sale is transfer of property. So when I say transfer of property, it means transfer of a right over that product. Okay. That means, when B buys the horse, A is no more the owner, but B becomes the owner of the product, or owner of the horse. Do you understand? So the right of ownership has been transferred from A to B. So that is the essence of sale. If that ownership itself does not change, then there is no sale at all. Okay, let me assume that A is selling the horse to B, and then A is locking that horse in his stable itself, locking the horse, not giving the key to B. Upon the ownership has not changed, no. That means B cannot enjoy that horse. Okay? So what happens is the ownership must change. The right over the property must change. Okay. I remember when my sister got married, and then I was complaining about her, saying that she's not doing this, she's not doing that. Abdibdin, I was telling. Then my mother said, see, she is no more a part of our family. She and her husband can only decide. We cannot interfere. So at that time, I understood that the ownership of my sister has gone from me to her husband, maybe. Okay, very bad example to cite, but anyway, I'm just saying, just to make you understand. Okay, well, because women are not goods, women do not become a part of Sale of Goods Act. Okay, but just that ownership I was saying. Okay, so maybe a girl before marriage, the right and the ownership of that girl belong to the girl's family. But afterwards, when she gets married, we all think that it belongs to the boy's family. But I don't know what sort of logic that is, but that is how Indian society is. Okay. So that is about a contract of sale. So under contract of sale, what all did we see? First of all, it is a contract. So when I say it is a contract, all the essentials of a valid contract must be followed for this contract also. Okay. Second thing is there are two people. One is the buyer and the next one is the seller. Third, what are they trying to do? They are trying to transfer the ownership of property. So they may transfer it immediately, or they may transfer it in a future period. So it may be sale or agreement to sell. It may be an agreement to sell. Okay, agree to transfer in the future. And final point is for a price. So simply, if I am going to give, if A is going to give his horse to B, just like that, okay, B, take my horse and go, then it is not a sale. It is a gift. It is a gift. A sale is when there is exchange of a property for a price. That means B has to pay 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees for the horse which he buys from A. Only then it is what shall I say? It is a sale of goods. Okay, I mean it is a contract of sale of goods. So if there is no price paid, if there is no consideration of a price, then it cannot be a sale. It can be termed as a gift. That is why if some businessmen want to give bribe, okay, but they don't want to give it as bribe. They want to make it as legal and they want to give it as bribe. Then what do they do? Maybe they will give an Audi car, okay? An Audi car which may cost, I don't know what is the cost of Audi car, maybe 50 lakhs or 60 lakhs, but they may just give it for 1 lakh. They may say, yeah, I have sold my product for 1 lakh. What is your problem? Anyway, the price is paid. Okay, but who is this Divan Kumar? Unverified, it seems.
Hello, Divan Kumar. Divan Kumar, have you joined?
Yes, ma'am. I have joined, ma'am.
Yeah, why are you not coming within MCC EDUIN? MCC ID la varam, you're coming from some other channel. What is this?
Sorry, ma'am. Now I will join MCC.
Ah, okay, you have to definitely join in mcc.edu.in only. Your first BCom student only, no? Aided stream. Are you a student of first BCom aided stream?
Yes, ma'am.
I am asking Divan, he has left. Huh? Hmm. Okay, Sherlin. So let him join, then we can confirm. Okay, so for a price, this is what we were talking about. So when I said contract of sale of goods, we have many important elements in it. Okay, first of all, it must be a contract. Second, it must have two parties, buyer and seller. Third, it must be transfer of ownership of or transfer of property, or it can be immediate, or it can be an agreement to do it in the future. And finally, for a price. The whole contract must be for a price. Okay, so now we will see the essentials of contract of sale, and this is what I have already been telling, or already been teaching for the past half an hour. So I think you yourself can understand and you yourself can pick out the points. As I told you, first of all, there must be at least two parties. So I cannot buy from myself, and I cannot buy from myself. Okay, I cannot be the seller, and I myself cannot be the buyer. In I don't know if you have seen Mr. Bean. In Mr. Bean, no, he writes a letter to himself, and then he posts it through the door, and then simply he will open the door, and up there he'll be, oh, someone has posted the letter, oh, so nice, like that he'll do. But like that, I cannot do a sale. Okay, one meme had come about our Prime Minister Modi also, like where he donates to his own fund. So how he himself donates to his own fund. I don't know what sort of whether it is I don't know whatever whatever logic is behind that. I don't know. But so this cannot be a contract of sale where one person is selling to himself or one person is buying from himself. So there must be at least two parties, which means there can be more than two parties also. Okay, there can be more than two parties. That is Tamil Selvan.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you
Ma'am,
joining
I
so
didn't
late?
get any message, ma'am.
What,
Link,
you
yes,
didn't
ma'am.
get any link? Tamil Selvan, first of all, you are not supposed to join in your personal email. You have to come through mcc.edu.in. Wait, I'll show you. You don't tell me that you have not got any invite. Firstல இருந்து உங்களுக்குலாம் invite அனுப்பியாச்சு and you are not joining also. Wait. Ah, can you see my screen, Tamil Selvan?
Yes, ma'am.
Tamil Selvan N BCom Commerce invited. Anna, you have still not accepted my invitation, and then you're telling ma'am எனக்கு எந்த இன்வைட்டும் வரலன்னு. நான் என்ன பண்ணப்ப? நீங்க முதல்ல உங்க mcc.edu.in வந்து ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணி அந்த இமெயில அந்த ஜிமெயில ஆமா அந்த ஜிமெயில முதல்ல ஓபன் பண்ணுங்க. அந்த ஓபன் பண்ணா அதுல தான் இருக்கும் இந்த இன்வைட். அப்புறம் நீங்க வந்து என் கிளாஸ் ரூம்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க. இன்னும் இன்வைட்ல ஜாயின் பண்ணாம இப்போ உன்னோட பர்சனல் மெயில் ஐடில இருந்து ஜாயின் பண்ற.
Okay.
Vinod Babu also not yet accepted my invitation.
Tamil children, please leave the class, come through the
Okay, okay, ma'am.
mcc.edu.in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, one doubt. My name is Dev Krishna Priya.
Krishna Priyava.
Yes, ma'am.
Krishna Priyani யாருக்கும் நான் இங்க அனுப்பணும். Yeah.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
What's the doubt? உன் பேர் என்னன்றதுதான் உன் டவுட்டா?
No, ma'am. I didn't have that link, so that's why I had a doubt, ma'am.
How you will not have the link? See, every day I will not be posting you the link. Don't expect any of your fellow students, any of your friends to post the link for you. Go to the
Okay,
Google
ma'am.
Classroom. Business Law Google Classroom போனீங்கன்னா அங்க லிங்க் இருக்கும். அந்த லிங்கை நீங்க கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு வாங்க. வேற
Okay, ma'am.
யாரும் யாருக்காகவும் லிங்க் போஸ்ட் பண்ணாதீங்க. வாட்ஸ்அப்ல அனுப்புறது அதெல்லாம் தேவையில்லை. அவங்கவுங்களோட ஜிசிஆர் குள்ள போங்க. அங்க லிங்க் இருக்கும், கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு வாங்க.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so as I told you, the essentials of contract of sale, there must be at least two parties, which means there can be three parties, there can be 10 parties also. Okay. What does that mean? Let me assume that I have a house. No, not a house. Let me assume that I have some jewels. Okay, and I am selling it to a partnership firm. So when I'm selling it to a partnership firm, there are many parties in that. There are many partners. So I am selling to everybody. So that can be a contract of sale. Okay. So the second point is it is transfer or agreement to transfer. That is, now itself the property is transferred, or it can be transferred in the future. So when it is in the future, it becomes agreement to transfer. And what do you transfer? The ownership of goods. It does not mean that the goods have to be transferred physically or transported physically. See, now let me assume that I have some jewels um, in a case. Okay, in a case, and I have a lock to the case and the thing. Okay, now no, don't want that. Let me assume that I have a barn. Okay, a barn in which I have stored wheat. Okay, so when I am selling the wheat, what I do is it does not, it is not necessary that I have to transfer that wheat to the buyer. What I can do is I can simply give the key of that barn to the buyer. That even that means the ownership is transferred. Okay. Even a document of title to goods, bill of lading can be transferred. A bill of lading can be surrendered and said that ownership is transferred. Okay, like that. So ownership must be transferred. And the product ownership must be transferred. Okay. And then um, here the subject matter must be goods. It does not involve or it does not include immovable property. That is what I said. It does not include land, it does not include building, all that. Only movable goods are included and it forms part of the contract of sale. And here the consideration is price. When I say consideration, it means what is the exchange? One person is giving the horse. What is the other person giving? If he is going to give another horse or another cow or another pig, then it is not sale of goods. He has to pay a price. He has to pay money. Okay, that is only then it becomes a contract of sale. And contract of sale, like any other contract, it can be oral or it can be written. Okay, it can be oral or it can be in writing, which means I can simply talk to my friend, and over that conversation, I can say, okay, I will sell you my car for 5 lakhs. Then, even then, it is a contract of sale. Okay. Or I can sign, I can write and I can sign. That is also a contract of sale. But normally, people prefer written contracts because for the need of proof, evidence. Because when I'm talking to my friend, through a conversation, I may say, okay, I'll sell you my bike for, sell you my car for 5 lakhs. Later, when he is asking, okay, here 5 lakhs, give me your car, I may say, when did I say like that? I never said. Again, if I say, how will my friend prove? So there's no proof. So it is always better to have a contract in writing. But oral contracts are also contracts. They are also legally valid. If I and my friend are just over a oral conversation, we are saying, okay, I'll sell you my car for 5 lakhs. Later, I don't sell. He goes to the court. He says, this girl told me, this lady told me that she will sell her car for 5 lakhs. If I say no, I never said so. If I say I no, I never said so, then proof is required. But if I say yes, I said that I'll sell my car for 5 lakhs, then it is a contract. Even the court of law will accept that it is a contract. Okay, do you understand? So contract of sale can be in written or in writing or by oral words. Okay. And the sixth point is what I have been telling right from the beginning. All other essentials of a valid contract must be present. So all essentials, I told you, no, Janet ma'am will be teaching you 9 points. All that 9 points must be there in this contract also, because contract of sale is also a contract. And to be a contract, it has to fulfill certain criteria, which are the essentials of valid contract. Okay. So in today's class, we have only seen what is a contract, what are the requirements of contract of sale. Okay. Any doubts you can please ask. Students, were you all listening to me, or did I leave the meet in between?
No, ma'am, we were
Listening.
Okay, till the last point now, the essentials of a valid contract of sale, all that you listened.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Bharat D. Bharat D. Bharat D. Can you tell me one thing which is needed for a contract of sale? Any one thing?
Bharat D, if you unmute, you have to speak. சும்மா unmute பண்ணிட்டு ஒன்றும் பேசாம இருந்துட்டு அப்படியே இது பண்ணிடலாம்னு நினைக்காத.
Ma'am, contract may be either written or in oral, ma'am.
Very good.